He ate Indian street food, then got worms in his brain. Look, before we begin, okay, I just would love to ask him that question. Why on earth would you go to India in first place? What on the right mind made you think, you know what, let me visit India as a tourist guide? You stupid. Anyways, credits and shout out goes to Mori. And without further ado, let's just get straight to it. Obviously, as you can see already, it's him reacting to someone. So I'm gonna get flamed again in the comments. But please guys, forgive me. I am so sorry. Yeah, let's just get straight to it.
Street food in India. 44 days later, his brain had worms. And I just gotta say, bro, why would you ever eat street food in India? Much less, why would you ever go to India in the first place?
That's
I don't
what I
understand.
said.
Based off of everything I heard about India
Oh, I'm sorry. Why would you guys go to India to begin with, bro? Why?
so far within the last 365 days, just entering the country and breathing the air can have you in the emergency room begging for your life. Anyway, let's get into this.
He ate pani puri in India. His best friend stood right next to him and said no.
Bro said, hell no, I am not eating some random ass food in India.
Same trip, same city, same street. One of them came home with photos. The other came home with something living inside his brain.
Of course. I just gotta say, yo, if you're traveling with someone, like a friend, clearly they care about you. They're damn near a brother or sister. If you're on an Indian street, at an Indian location, at an Indian street vendor who's trying to sell you something by the name of pani puri, and your best friend says, no, I am not risking my life, I think it's best if you heed his feelings.
44 days after that street stall in Delhi, Jared Cullen had his first seizure in a grocery store parking lot. He dropped his keys, then he dropped himself. His body went rigid on the asphalt. His jaw locked. He bit through the side of his tongue. An MRI showed dozens of white spots scattered across both hemispheres of his brain. Each one was a cyst.
Oh no.
Each cyst had something alive inside it. And here's the part that will keep you up tonight.
I just gotta say, India's PR has just gone down the gutter. It's gone down the shitter. It's genuinely the lowest it's ever been. And particularly...
Bro, on God, after watching this video, I don't think I'd ever think of India in my life, bro. I would never think of visiting that place once in my life if that's what really happening, bro. Oh my days, war. Oh, you got it's something living in your brain for eating. How you guys don't wash this shit? Obviously you guys don't, bro. Your hands are dirty itself, bro. Go wash it.
It just seems like the entire subcontinent of India is some kind of man-made bioweapon created by the likes of an Umbrella Corporation from the Resident Evil universe. That's how bad it is. Like, if it's not the food, it's the air. And if it's not the air, it's trains. And if it's not trains, it's people touching electrical currents and shocking themselves to death.
They've been planning the trip for a year. Ryan Egan and Jared Cullen, best friends since freshman orientation at UT Austin. Both 25, both software engineers.
Insane. India, a trip of a lifetime. I used to think these things too until I opened my eyes and realized, holy shit, why risk my life just to eat some butter chicken or chicken biryani? It's not worth it.
3 pages.
You can order it here. You know what's my dream vacation I'm planning? Either Japan or Los Angeles. One of these two. Oh shit, why not both? Why not both? Let's do both, bro. LA, let's stop. First stop, LA, gang. Let's go.
Deep on TripAdvisor, he printed a list of vetted places to eat in every city. He packed a full first aid kit, water purification tablets, electrolyte packets. He had a rule, and he said it so often it became a joke between them.
Oh, so the best friend was actually preparing to make sure that their travels. Okay.
If you cannot peel it, boil it, or open it yourself, do not eat it.
Pretty smart.
Jared thought Ryan was insane. Jared's travel philosophy was the opposite. No plans, no lists. You land, you walk, you follow your nose. You do not go to India to eat at restaurants with English menus, he said. You eat where the locals eat. Ryan always replied the same way. The locals have immune systems built for the locals.
Literally, bro.
Jared always laughed it off.
You quite literally are not built for this, bro. You're not built for random bits of meat on the street. These people have been living this way since they were born. Their moms have transmuted specific bits of immunity and antibodies that have allowed them to live in these types of environments, eating these types of foods with the lack of hygiene that they have. You are not built for that.
Remember who listened and who did not? Because only one of them is going to walk out of this story the same person.
Of course.
What do you
Jared
mean?
followed.
Don't tell me the other guy died. Please, no. Tell me you saved him. I have to know at the end. Did he save him at least? Is he fine?
The plan for 3 days. Then he got bored. On their 4th night in Delhi, Ryan went back to the hotel early. Bad stomach. The irony of the careful one getting a mild bug from hotel food was not lost on either of them. Jared stayed out. He found a street stall near Chandi Chowk, a pani puri vendor. The shells were golden. The filling was spiced potato. The tamarind water was dark and sweet and served from a steel bucket that had been sitting open all day. Jared ate 8. Watched the vendor crack each shell with his thumb, fill it, hand it over. No gloves, no running water at the stall. A bucket, a ladle, and hands that had been working since dawn.
God,
It was the best thing
I
he had
already
ever
want to puke,
tasted.
man.
He told Ryan about it next morning. Ryan stared at him. You ate pani puri from a street stall with water from a bucket? Relax, man. It was delicious. I'm fine.
Yeah, insert
fuck?
having worms in your brain now. Yeah, sure. See, people like this, you can't actually help. You try to protect them, you try to save them, you try to tell them, hey, maybe you should follow what I'm doing because I've actually done this before and I've actually prepared. I took a long time to prepare, you know. I pre-planned and you may get robbed. I don't think you should be eating that. You might get sick. But no, these people, they refuse to listen. And now
He was not fine. He just did not know it yet. Here's what happened inside Jared's body that night while he slept. The Tamarine water had
Ugh.
been made with tap water. The tap was connected to a supply line that ran alongside open drainage.
Don't tell
Somewhere
me.
in that water were eggs, microscopic, invisible, shed by a person carrying an adult pork tapeworm in their intestines.
I just gotta say again, do you understand the lack of food and safety legislation they have in India? Why would you ever take risk? Like, do you see where these people are getting their water from just to mix their food, just to make their sauces? Like, what are we doing here? Now, obviously, this is just B-roll, but if you actually take a look at their water sources and how they pollute their rivers and their waterways, i.e. the Ganges River, you'd understand what I'm talking about. Anyway,
He did not feel them. They
Bro, these people swim there, bro.
the
Look,
waterways,
Wait.
i.e. the Ganges.
these people swim in these rivers, bro. What the fuck? Nah, India is like, it's not a normal place for you, bro. India is like built for them. If you're not born in India, don't try these at home, bro. Don't even try to go to India in the first place.
River. You'd understand what I'm
That's
talking
old.
about. Anyway,
He did not feel them. They dissolved in his stomach acid. Out of each egg crawled a larva smaller than a grain of sand. Each one burrowed through the wall of his small intestine and entered his bloodstream. His blood carried them everywhere. His muscles, his liver, his eyes, and his brain.
his eyes. Like one of those scary movies, those zombie movies where people get infected and they start seeing those little worms crawling in their eyeballs.
Inside Jared's skull, dozens of larvae
Why would he do that to himself? Don't go to India and eat the street food. Like, you gotta have
don't go to
more
India.
wherewithal than that.
burrowed into the folds of his cerebral cortex. Each one built a fluid-filled cyst around itself about the size of a small grape, pressing against neurons, displacing tissue. And then they did something terrible. They secreted chemicals that suppressed his immune system around each cyst. They turned off his body's alarm from the inside. He spent the rest of the trip feeling fine.
What the fuck?
More street food, took photos.
I know, I gotta go back. He's now talking about brain colonization. He did not know his
is
brain was being colonized. Imagine you having literal worms, embryos growing inside your brain, like a bunch of yeast growing in a petri dish, but the petri dish is your brain and the yeasts are actually worms.
See, he said to Ryan, nothing happened.
Ah.
3 weeks after landing, Jared could not find his wallet.
hubris.
Not the normal kind of forgetting. He stood in his apartment for 10 minutes holding it, unable to process that it was in his hand.
Wow.
He told himself he was tired, jet lag maybe, even though the flight was 3 weeks ago. Week 4, headaches, deep, behind his right eye, like something pressing outward from inside his skull. He drove to urgent care. The doctor ran a basic neuro exam.
Yeah.
Followed the finger, squeezed my hands, everything normal. Probably migraines, stress, screen time, dehydration.
Oh, it's nothing.
Doctor said normal. Go ahead with your day. Go ahead. What the fuck? What? Even the doctor is stupid.
Yeah, just the usual, forgetting that I'm holding my keys. Just the usual, looking for my keys for an hour straight. Meanwhile, the keys were in my hand this entire time, yeah. Actually, that has
that
happened to me
kinda
before.
stuff.
And I assure you, I don't have worms in my brain. So yeah, I don't know. Crazy work.
Try ibuprofen. She did not ask where he had been. A 25-year-old with a headache in Austin, Texas does not trigger a tropical disease screening. There's
I bet if she had asked and he said India, she would have dropped everything and ran out the building.
no box on the intake form that says, have you recently traveled to a country where pork tapeworm is endemic? That question does
That's
not exist.
crazy.
And because it does not exist, Jared walked out with ibuprofen and a diagnosis that was already killing him. Day 44.
Wow. Again, if you're gonna go to see India, I'm sure India outside of the major polluted cities is beautiful. But if you're gonna go to India, understand the water is contaminated, it is polluted. The food is not safe for people who were not, born in India and have the immunity and bodies, guts, intestines built to withstand all the bacteria, the viruses, the pathogens. You're not him. You're not built like these people. Day
A
44.
grocery store parking lot. Jared was loading bags into his trunk when the
Bro,
world
these people just mixing whatever, bro, with their bare hands, bro. Like, they don't even wear glove. They don't wash it. Like, what the fuck? Like, actually, what the fuck?
turned white. His body went rigid. He fell sideways, cracking his head on the bumper of his car. His jaw locked. His tongue split. A woman in the next space screamed and dialed 911. The paramedics found him on the ground, bleeding from his mouth, shaking, keys still in his hand.
Seizure?
His first seizure, not his last.
Wow, of course. All because he decided to eat pani puri from street water in India.
Not just he ate pani puris. Not even like his friend told him, let's go to a restaurant with English menus to look like a tourist, to be wow. He decided to go to some street food in India that's not built for you. There are restaurants built for you, but not street food. Just understand that.
The CT scan at Seton Medical Center showed something no one expected. Multiple ring-enhancing lesions scattered across both hemispheres of his brain. The radiologist counted over 30. The initial read, metastatic brain cancer, stage 4, unknown primary. The ER doctor delivered the news to Jared and his mother, who had driven 4 hours from Houston. What we're seeing here looks like cancer that has spread extensively to the brain.
It's worms. That's why. Because the worms filling the void in his brain.
To be prepared. His mother covered her mouth. Jared stared at the ceiling. He was 25 years old. Ryan was in the waiting room when the word cancer came through the door. He sat down and did not move for an hour.
Right.
But the oncologist who reviewed the MRI the next morning stopped scrolling. Something was wrong with the cancer diagnosis.
There was movement. The cancer detections started moving on the scans. Why? Does cancer move like that?
The lesions were too uniform, too round, too evenly spaced. Cancer is chaotic. These looked deliberate, like something had placed them there. She ordered blood work, and she asked a question no other doctor in the chain had asked. Has he traveled internationally in the last year? Ryan answered before Jared's mother could. India, 2 months ago. The oncologist's face changed.
Bro was like, bro, why the fuck would you go to India? Look at him. Again, my conclusions are India. If you love life and you want to preserve your life, don't go to India. I'm sorry, without a tour guide who can tell you where to eat. In fact, if you can avoid it, don't go at all. Even the richest people in the world, Brian Johnson, the guy who's trying to live forever, he said he's never going back to India. Just even the air, breathing the air can take days off your life. It's crazy, actually.
Here's what she suspected, and here's why it matters. There's a parasite that's traveled alongside humanity for thousands of years. The pork tapeworm, Tania solium. The World Health Organization estimates 50 million people carry it right now. It's the single largest cause of preventable epilepsy on the planet, and almost nobody in the Western world has heard of it.
Oh, I wonder why nobody in the Western world almost have heard of it. Here's how it works.
Someone infected with an adult tapeworm sheds microscopic eggs in their feces. If
is-
sanitation is poor, if a food handler does not wash their hands, if water runs through contaminated pipes, those eggs end up in food and water.
This is all in one mouth that he has just eaten right there. All of this that you just described is literally what he's eating.
Swallow them, they hatch. The
my
larvae
stomach.
travel through your blood. When they reach your brain, it's
my
called
stomach.
neurocystic cirrhosis.
I can't watch this. I'm sorry. Like, I'm already queasy right now. I'm sorry, guys. I can't watch this. But we all understand the point. He ate worms, baby worms. They went inside his stomach, crossed probably the blood-brain barrier, went into his brain, hatched, and started growing. Again, like some zombie-infested mutant pathogen.
Now, here's the part you need to remember.
Ugh.
The larvae can sit in your brain for months, years, doing nothing. You go to work, you eat dinner, you
This is
sleep.
my worst
You have
fear.
no idea that parasites are embedded in the organ that makes
I actually used to have a fear like this. I know, kind of weird, OCD, paranoia, but yeah, I used to.
then they start dying. When a cyst degenerates, it loses its ability to suppress the immune system. Your body detects it, and it responds with massive inflammation. The tissue swells, pressure builds, neurons misfire. That's the seizure. The parasite does not kill you by eating your brain. It kills you by dying inside it.
What the fuck does that mean?
That is disgusting, bro. Holy shit. Bro, I'm never going to India. Why would I risk my life going to India just so I can
I don't
eat?
even get it. What the fuck does that mean? What?
That's the seizure. The parasite does not kill you by eating your brain.
Doesn't kill you by eating the brain.
It kills you by dying inside it.
By dying inside it. So you're telling me these parasites can die in my brain and that's how I die? Bro, nah, nah, I need water, bro. This is disgusting. This is fucking disgusting. I am never visiting India in my life. No matter what. I don't give two fucks if I was a streamer traveling around the world. If I'm a streamer traveling around Middle East, Africa, Asia, I'm never going to India. Anywhere but India. Anywhere. And maybe Pakistan. I'll consider traveling to Pakistan. India, fuck no, bro. Thank you.
That is, oh my god. Yo, that is disgusting, bro. Holy shit. Bro, I'm never going to India. Why would I risk my life going to India just so I can eat contaminated food, have worms in my brain? The worms can't get out, so they die in my brain, and now I'm gonna die too. Holy shit. Oh, man.
MRI was
So there's nothing you can do to save it? Since, yeah, as you said, worms will live there. You won't die because they live there. You're gonna die because they're dying. So this is how it works. If worms die, you die. If they dying, you dying with them. That's basically how it works. So he's dead. GG's.
reread by a neuroradiologist with experience in tropical medicine. Additional imaging found cysts in his right eye and in the muscles of his left thigh. Jared did not have cancer. He had a brain full of tapeworm larvae from a Pani Puri stall in Chandni Chowk.
pani pari stall from Chandi Chowk. Why would you even do that? What is
Why would
even
you
a
go
Chandi
there?
Chowk? I'm actually
fucking
very
know.
hungry right now, and this is like, I'm not eating since yesterday, and this is already making me lose my appetite. Like, isn't that insane? Why?
His mother said she did not know whether to be relieved or horrified. She was both. But the nightmare was not
Crazy.
over. It was getting worse.
Of course it's
The
not.
standard treatment is an anti-parasitic drug called albendazole. It kills the cysts. That sounds like good news. It is not.
But
When you kill dozens of cysts inside the brain at once, every single one triggers inflammation. The brain swells. If you have 5 or 6 cysts, steroids manage the swelling. If you have 30, you risk catastrophic cerebral edema. The brain pushes through the base of the skull. That's called herniation. It is fatal. Jared had too many cysts to treat safely. The medicine that could save him also could kill him. The doctors were trapped.
wow, okay.
So you're telling me the medicine that you're gonna use to save the man can kill him? What the fuck? Yeah, that's GG's. Yo, RIP to the man then. What the fuck, bro? At least tell me he's saved at the end of the video. Something happened, bro. A miracle, bro. Just a miracle.
Abad, India, an 18-year-old boy faced the
Oh,
same
it gets
impossible
worse
choice.
in India?
Same disease, even more cysts. His MRI looked like a night sky.
What? So even Indians aren't invincible to
Made the
this?
same calculation. He died 2 weeks later. Jared's doctors chose to wait. Anti-epileptic medication, steroids to manage inflammation, repeat MRIs every 3 months, a slow, controlled siege against an enemy living inside his skull, seizure by seizure. For 8 months, Jared lived with parasites in his brain.
Guys, at this point, just take me out, bro. Fucking... just bring me the gat, bro. Bring me the pole and let me just end it all. I'm not living with worms crawling through my brains. It's just not happening. And again, all of this could have been avoided had he just listened to his friend. Was it, what's his name, Jared or the other guy? I mean, listen to your best friends. These people actually care about you guys. Like,
7 more seizures, 3 while driving. After the second, they revoked his license. Ryan drove him to work, then to doctor appointments. Then Jared stopped working entirely because the headaches made it impossible to look at a screen. The cyst in his right eye blurred his vision. Not enough for blindness, enough that he could not read without closing one eye and pressing his face close to the page. Ryan
What?
came over every Friday. They
That
ordered
is-
pizza. They watched basketball. Ryan never brought up India. Jared always did. He told me not to eat it. He said one night, not angry, just quiet. Ryan did not say anything. What do you say to that? Like,
you, again, exactly. You told me not to eat it. Your friend is telling you, and now he's with worms in his brains. I mean, what else can you say? Like,
what do you say to
So you're telling me for 8 months he had it. He's still alive. But you're telling me he can't see on his left eye. He needs to press on. Look this. No, man. All of this because your dumb ass, hungry ass, couldn't just go to a normal restaurant. If there is there like any rich areas in India? Like in India, is there any rich areas where rich or tourist people belong to? You know what I'm saying?
that? I told you so does not exist when your best friend has worms in his brain.
Right.
I keep thinking about that vendor, Jared said. He was smiling the whole time, cracking the shells with his thumb. It was the best thing I ever ate. He paused. I think about the water. I can still taste it. Ryan looked at the floor.
Jesus.
You drank bottled water the entire trip, Jared said. You would not even brush your teeth with a tap, and you came home fine. I ate 8 pani puris from a bucket on the street, and now I have worms in my brain. He almost laughed. The kind of laugh that's not funny. The kind that
Right.
comes out because the alternative is worse. Same trip,
Right.
same city, same street, and only one of us is still the same person.
So yeah, guys, lesson learned, story, moral of the
Don't
story,
go to
do
India.
not eat food from random street vendors in India. And even going to India, a lot of Indians, I think I've seen interviews, they'll tell you, don't eat that. I don't even eat that. Even Indians know better than
What?
to
I
eat
don't.
random
Who are
food
you?
from random street vendors in India. We have this one comment in the comment section. Someone said, as an Indian, even I don't eat Indian street food. If you want to be alive, don't do that.
That's
and again,
crazy.
you think that people who are making these food, the random street vendors, they're not even eating their own supply because they know better. They're not. Or maybe they are. I don't know. Another person said, with all due respect, you couldn't pay me enough to visit India. Yeah, you couldn't pay
Exactly.
me enough either.
Exactly.
No, sorry. I'm good.
I'm good.
On to the next video.
On to the next video. Yeah, fuck it. I can't be asked as well. I can't fucking be asked. Imagine just going there, bro. Just going there already. Gives me goosebumps. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy that video. Make sure you guys like and sub. And hope you guys learned your lesson. Don't visit... I don't know what happened. I just played another video. Don't visit India. That's our lesson. And yeah, hope you guys have a blessing day. See you guys at the next one. Peace.